Right, coming up in this video, I show you how to build the perfect shelves to store all of your precious shit, just like I have. And I also do it with scraps of wood like this, the odd brand new 2x3 like this. Let's not waste any more time and rewind back to when this wasn't here. So it's time to get the first storage shelf or surface up. And that's going to go here. All the way from there to here. Like that. Because storage is very, very important. Time to cut, screw, and do. Okay, time to get the tools out. Let's check out the height of this first shelf. Let's go here. Just measuring an initial height here. And mark it down. Easy peasy. Now here I've used a laser level, but you don't have to rely on a laser level or anything technical like that. A spirit level like this is just as good. That'll do. Electronic measurer. Again, you can use tape measure. Tape measure is just as good. I'm using this for convenience. Right. So that is incredibly bent. But what I can do is I can just get it to the mark as I go along. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't a stately home. It's a workshop. All I'm doing, by the way, this isn't going to be the final fix. The final fix will be screws, but the nails are just to hold it up. You're not seeing things, that is OSB, little strips of it. Be a good idea to see it through until the end of the video to see how these turn out and how strong they actually are. There's no expensive batten being used, and it is expensive, trust me. I think, what are we talking, 8 pieces for 30 quid? I mean, come on, it's, you know, I mean, I know I'm a skinflint, but oh, look how level that is. I'm a skinflint, but you know, nowadays you got to keep costs down, and look, that's perfect, perfectly strong. So as well as nailing, I've just nailed the bits up there just to keep them in position while I screw them in. And here are the screws. Again, another bargain. These are Aldi special. 1,000 screws for a tenner. Can't go wrong with that. So I'm just securing this batten in with screws. The nails are just there really to hold it in place while I do that. Get that end piece in. So this is like a big alcove, so it's pretty sturdy. So it doesn't really matter what timber you use against it really. Now this is the main support at the front. Just cutting it down. See, using basic tools today. Would I lie to you, baby? And some of you may have recognised that OSB, and that was the stuff that I used to clad the inside of the workshop, and that's just a cut off. There you go, zip a bit off there. Perfect fit. These are just braces from the front to the back, just to help with load spreading across the worktop, because I mean it is only 9mm OSB. It's not that thick, so it does need a little bit of help. But these are just cut-offs, bits of timber I've had laying around for ages and ages. There you go, you'll notice on the join there I've got a piece to cut off. And you'll see this a bit later, there's my heavy toolbox is going to be going there, and it's, that's why there's a support right over that side. Okay, just checking for any bounce. Get a leg support in, one at the top, one at the bottom, just to stop it moving around. Plenty good enough. There you go, perfect fit for my mobile tool chest. And then in goes the support on the other side. It's quite tight, so I did have to tap it in, but I did want a little bit of tension there just to help the load bearing so it wouldn't bounce or anything like that. Well, I'm pretty chuffed with that. That is solid as a rock. See, I've got plenty of space in there, so I don't want to be faffing about with my toolbox when I have to get it out. You know, here you can see that I've done it pretty tight. Slides in fine. And it's out of the way. Look at that. Floor space out of the way. Stuff out of the way. But it's starting to look really, really good. I'm getting very excited. Alright, I've got the laser level out again. And just while it's out, I'm marking all the... I should have done this before, really. I should have marked it all out in one hit, but... there you go. Mark it all out. And then pin the battens, because once you've got them up there, they're your reference and you can start building everything else around them. There you go, just pinning. And then a screw in each one. I think I've got them about 6 inches apart, roughly. Okay, you've got your sticky out bits. And your legs coming down as well. So really the wall's taking the brunt of the weight, and then you've got these odd little legs that come down and they transmit the rest of the weight down, the rest of the downward force into the floor, hopefully spreading it evenly. Only time will tell. Again, just screwing these supports in, nothing fancy going on. Just keep it very basic, which means keeping it cheap. And I sneak that top one in there. Yeah, that one basically just goes round. I didn't do it all the way round to the back wall because the amount of height, it would have been pretty much useless to put anything there, and it would have been awkward to get things in and out of there. So I stopped it about halfway so we could still get some relatively tall items in that last section. So what's this gap for? Toolbox. I mean, it's a little bit bigger than what I need, but I can still put stuff on top of the toolbox area or hang it. So I'll be able to hang stuff here in front of the toolbox as well. But yeah, it's not come out too bad. Looks good, doesn't it? on those little supports. Very simple, it's not rocket science. Just tailor it to your needs. You know, battens on the wall. There's the new 2x3s. They don't have to be 2x4s like a lot of YouTube DIYers do. I mean, you would think they were building some major construction works. So let me know what you think of this build here and the fact that I haven't built it out of 2x4s like most of the other YouTubers I've seen. I mean, that's fair enough. It's going to be, ultimately it's going to be really strong if you build it out of 2x4s and you can put whatever you want on it. But from what I see, most of them are storing plastic boxes that aren't that heavy. I mean, you know, that toolbox there is probably about altogether 80 to 100 kilograms. You know, we're on a few battens on the wall, and you know, that's all you need. If you know, don't be fooled into thinking you need to be Mr. Super Construction here, because actually little battens, this and that, I mean, that's a 2x3, you know, it will hold fine for domestic stuff like this, and as long as you're sensible with your supports, you should be absolutely fine. So no need to go over the top and waste money. Anyway, let me know what you think, and coming soon is the miter saw video. You might want to check that out. So subscribe just so you get a notification when that one comes through. It's going to be similar to this, but I'm doing some trick stuff with the bandsaw and some other bits and bobs. So it's going to be really good. It's going to make good use of a small space. So if you've got like a little shed or a little garage or something and you want some ideas of how best to use the space, hopefully you'll get something from this video and then from the following ones as well. Peace.